Tom told me that would be easy. So welcome everybody. Good afternoon. I'm Bruce Berdanier, and I'm Dean of the Jerome J. Lohr College of Engineering. And I just want to welcome you all to South Dakota State University's investiture ceremony for the Harold Hohbach Endowed Professor of Electrical Engineering. The endowed professorship is, of course, very important to the Jerome J. Lohr College of Engineering and to the electrical engineering program here at South Dakota State University. And it honors Harold Hohbach's memory as well as his continuing impact at SDSU. It serves as a model for other endowed professorships that we're trying to and working on developing for our college right now. So I'd just like to take a moment to recognize some important people who are present for today's ceremony. SDSU President, Dr. Barry Dunn, is here. And SDSU's Provost, Dr. Dennis Hedge, is here. And our today's Hohbach recipients, Dr. Ronaldo Tankowski and his wife, Patricia DeRosa, and their daughter, Sarah DeRosa Tankowski, are all here in the front row too. So I also just wanted to mention that we do have several medallion wearers or endowed position folks here at the university that really are recognizing, or really representing the impact of these endowed positions at our university. So again, President Dunn and the Dean of the College of Agriculture, Food and Environmental Science is Dr. John Killefer, so he's here today with his medallion. And Dr. Nadeem Webby is our department head in Civil and Environmental Engineering, an endowed position. And then also Dr. Wenfang An is here, Pharmaceutical Sciences Professor. So it's really great to see them here to be with us today to celebrate Ronaldo's behalf. So now I'd like to introduce SDSU's president, Dr. Barry Dunn. He's going to come up and give us some words of welcome.
Well, thank you, Dean Berdanier, and welcome everyone. On behalf of the students and the faculty and staff, I do welcome you to this investiture ceremony on a very wet but still beautiful campus of SDSU, and it'll be more beautiful because of the rain we're getting. So that's how we have to look at this day. Our strategic plan, Imagine 2023, provides a clear pathway to achieve our vision to be a premier land-grant university. One of the best ways to be premier is to have endowed positions throughout our academic programs. I know firsthand how the status and resources behind an endowed position can affect the decision to come to a university or to stay at a university. I was first recruited into the Texas A&M system and then recruited back to South Dakota State as a result of endowed positions. These endowments provided me credibility with national peers and within the university and the resources, and it provided me the resources to be successful. Endowed positions offer a multitude of benefits to South Dakota State University. They are essential, as I said, for recruiting and retaining the high-quality faculty that we need and aspire to be a premier university. We need to have the best minds, the most creative researchers, and the most engaged teachers. When we have talented faculty, we will attract and retain the brightest students. For our students, endowed faculty and chairs allow them to be involved with the most talented scholars. For example, when I was in the Texas A&M system, the prestige associated with working with an endowed professor helped me attract top students from across the nation. It provided them high-level experiences impacting their future careers through research and scholarly activity because I was able to take the earnings from that endowment and invested in them. At the time of my investiture as the South Dakota Corn Endowed Dean for the College of Agriculture and Biological Sciences in 2009, there were commitments for only 5 endowed positions, and this is my medallion. I'm not the endowed dean of the college. That's Dr. John Killefer, but I do treasure this very much. So there were only 5 in 2010 We currently have commitments in place for 35. SDSU has the bold ambition to attain 50, and we will achieve that. The Jerome J. Lohr College of Engineering has commitments in place for 6 of these incredible awards and positions, so congratulations to the college. The Hohbach Endowed Professorship in the Lohr College of Engineering assures the work in electrical engineering will continue into future generations. It is the highest academic award we can bestow on a faculty member. Therefore, it is both an honor to be named a holder, and it serves as a lasting tribute to the donor. So please join me in congratulating Dr. Ronaldo Tankowski on this prestigious award, and thanking the Hohbach family for providing it.
So thank you, President Dunn, for those words of welcome. Harold Hohbach is no longer with us, having passed in 2017. And through the foundation and the College of Engineering, we've stayed in contact with the Hohbach family, and we keep them updated annually on the work of the Hohbach professor. We asked Harold's son, Doug Hohbach, to write a letter to Ronaldo and to all of us for this investiture ceremony. And so now we're going to have a video presentation of that letter.
Speaking on behalf of Harold Hohbach's children and his wife, Marilyn Hohbach, we are very pleased to help celebrate the investiture of Dr. Ronaldo Tankowski as the Hohbach Professor in the Lohr College of Engineering. I think my father would be particularly pleased that Dr. Tankowski has a specialty in the field of power systems, since when I queried my father regarding his concentration at South Dakota State College, he stated that it was power. To corroborate that point, I looked into his archives and found his course book with all of the courses he had taken at the South Dakota State College of Agriculture and Mechanic Arts. I can state that he did apparently learn something of substance about power there. In just his last term in the spring of 1943, he took courses in central stations, transient currents, and advanced dynamo laboratory. Interestingly, in that last term, he also took courses in typewriting and marriage, both of which I believe also served him well in life. In closing, I would like to note that my father always had a great appreciation for the opportunity he was provided to study the challenging topic of electrical engineering at SDSU, with dedicated professors and similarly engaged students. The family looks forward to hearing about how Dr. Tankowski similarly contributes as a teacher to the students at SDSU and as a researcher contributing knowledge to the greater field of engineering and those it serves. Our best wishes to all present. Sincerely, Doug Hohbach.
From some of the video pictures and from Doug's comments, I think you might sense some of Harold Hohbach's connections to SDSU and its traditions beyond the College of Engineering. And I've read some of the articles about the 1912 Model T Ford that's been used for a long time, since like 1939 in our Hobo Day celebrations here. And when Doug was here when Harold was here in 2008 and he saw the condition of the Bumblebee, he asked and took it back to his California workshop and completely refurbished that and brought it back in 2009. So 1912 model, and it's been completely refurbished and proudly on display in our Hobo Day gallery at the Student Union, and as part of the fall celebration every year here at the campus. So we'll have an announcement about some cookies to share with you later and so that kind of commemorates Harold's connection to the Bumblebee and to Hobo Day. So now I would like to introduce Dr. Suryanarayanan. He is our department head for electrical engineering and computer science, and he directed the selection process last year for the Harold Hohbach Endowed Professorship. Doctors.
Good afternoon. Thanks, Bruce. I'm Sid Suryanarayanan, the head of Electrical Engineering and Computer Science Department in the Lower College of Engineering. I'm delighted to add my welcome to you as we gather here to celebrate the investiture of the Harold C. Hohbach Endowment on our colleague, Dr. Reynaldo Tankowski, an associate professor of the EECS department. First, my thanks to the philanthropy of the late Mr. Harold Hohbach and his family for enabling us to recognize such worthy talent. Without the gift of this endowment, we'll be hard-pressed to foster excellence. So thank you to the Hohbach family. An endowed professorship, as President Dunn said, is a very special designation. It's an acknowledgement of distinction and a gratefulness of an academic unit to the recipient's alignment with the mission, vision, and the goals that guide us. It also represents the institution's trust that the recipient will further these guiding principles. And that brings us to the recipient. Dr. Tankowski is, without a doubt, the ideal recipient of this endowed professorship and the honor associated with it. I want you to know that this honor was not simply conferred on Dr. Tankowski. No, the selection of Dr. Tankowski was the result of deliberations by a college-level committee that vetted his past research, his potential for future success, and discussed with him his plans that align with SDSU's mission and our path forward through Imagine 2023. Reynaldo aced the process. His research on electric energy systems, a critical component of our nation's security and well-being, is already well recognized among his peers. His mentorship of students in the classroom, in his lab, in his research group is yet another facet of significance. Lastly, his service and outreach, especially to the technical community, to our university, and to K through 12 education for reaching gender parity in STEM field, are all why he is the right person for this honor. Our land grant mission at SDSU behooves us to be inclusive, regionally relevant, and empathetic educators of the future workforce. An endowment like the Hohbach Professorship recognizes and elevates our status in each of those aspects. Lastly, I would be remiss if I did not recognize that Mr. Hohbach's estate has further enabled the growth of the EECS department beyond the endowed professorship. My heartiest congratulations to Reynaldo on this honor, and I'm excited to see his plans come to fruition. Thank you.
All right. Too many things to handle here. So at this time, I'd like to invite Dr. Tankowski to come forward and be formally invested as the Harold Hohbach Endowed Professor of Electrical Engineering, and Dr. Suryanarayanan and I are going to do the honors here. Yeah, you sit in here in the middle. Okay, so you take one side. We haven't practiced this before.
Thank you.
So it gives me great honor, great privilege to introduce Dr. Tankowski now to provide some comments.
Thank you, everyone, for attending the ceremony. I'm really proud to be, and consider quite emotional at this moment, receiving this recognition. First of all, I'd like to thank Alison and Tom Becker for putting together this program. It's a privilege to be here among you guys. So I'd like to start by thanking Harold Hohbach for his generous gift that allowed the university to create the Harold C. Hohbach Endowed Professorship in Electrical Engineering. I'd like to thank you as well to President Dunn, Dean Berdanier, Associate Dean Cavassari, Department Head Dr. Suryanarayanan, and Development Director Tom Becker for their roles in bestowing this endowed position on me. It's a true honor to become the third Harold C. Hohbach Endowed Professor at the Electrical Engineering and Computer Science Department, following Dr. Gallipo and Dr. Chow. Dr. Gallipo was the first Harold Hohbach endowed professor and has been a great mentor and influence in my professional career. I'm extremely proud also of being part of this internationally recognized power engineering program at SDSU. The PowerJax team regularly receives recognition of excellence in research and education. Our main metrics of success are the recognitions that our students receive in awards and prestigious scholarships, and also the high quality and impactful publications produced. We have built an amazing group on the ethics of hard work, integrity, and an eagerness to help and continuously learn. Thus, I'd like to thank all my colleagues, faculty, staff, and students for all the support through these years. The Harold C. Hohbach Endowed Professorship brings us a new dimension for growing the value, innovation, and impact of our power engineering program. In my first year at SDSU, Dr. Gallipo actually has a big influence in me, and he introduced me to our current dean of the Lower College of Engineering, and started instigating me to start this vision of building a center of excellence in power engineering, aiming to design the grid of the future. This center will train future engineers and scientists within a practical approach to real-world challenges. This endowed position will help us get a step closer to this vision. We are committed to build these innovation ecosystems where students, faculty, industry, and national laboratories work together to address the challenges of harvesting renewable energy sources through research innovations taken from proof of concept prototypes to market and new startups in the research ecosystem in South Dakota. Thank you again for the Hohbach family for enabling this vision and progress. It's an honor to be the recipient of the Harold C. Hohbach Endowed Professorship. Last but not least, I'd like to thank our family in Brazil, and especially my wife and daughter for always believing in me, being the stronghold of our family and my joie de vivre. Thank you.
We know these events are really special, and it is so wonderful to have our colleagues and family and friends here with us to share the time with us. And it's certainly been challenging because of COVID. We've delayed this and working with Ronaldo to make this happen and everything. So at this time, I would like to introduce another video of greetings to Dr. Tankowski from some of his colleagues and students and family. I hope this will be a nice surprise for him since they couldn't all be here with us today.
Congratulations, Dr. Tankowski, on this well-deserved recognition. You have always been a source of inspiration and motivation to me. I highly appreciate you for all your support, and I wish you all the best in this new professional chapter. Thank you.
Congratulations, Dr. Tankowski. I am so happy for you. Keep signing.
Congratulations, Professor Dr. Reynaldo Tankowski, and I wish you the best of luck for this new chapter in your life.
Congratulations, Professor Reynaldo. We at the Peer Group Concordia University are very happy and proud of you. A bientôt.
Congratulations, Dr. Tankowski, on your new achievements. Thank you so much for supporting me for my graduate studies and beyond.
Congratulations, Dr. Tankowski, for your promotion.
Congratulations on your well-deserved success, Dr. Tankowski. I feel so proud of being your first PhD student, and I wish you all the best and have a great time ahead.
Congratulations, Dr. Tankowski. I am very happy for your promotion.
Congratulations, Dr. Tankowski. You really deserve this. You have been an inspiration to many of our lives, and I wish you all the best in all your future endeavors.
Congratulations, Dr. Tankowski, for becoming the new Harold C. Hohbach Endowed Professor. I'm truly honored to be your very first grad student. I really hope you keep inspiring many more in the days to come. Thank you.
Parabéns, Reizinho, pelo dia de hoje. Beijos.
Parabéns, Rei.
Tio Rei, nós estamos aqui para te parabenizar por mais essa conquista. Tu é um cara que sempre foi muito batalhador e merece. Um grande abraço.
Parabéns para você, para toda a sua família, tia Tati, Sarinha, né, que também merecem todo esse sucesso que vocês estão conquistando aí. Estamos de longe aqui, mas acompanhando sempre essa trajetória linda de vocês. Congratulations!
Parabéns, filho. Que conquista maravilhosa.
Toda dedicação tem seu reconhecimento. Estamos orgulhosos de você.
Hi, hey, we just want to say that we are very happy and very proud of your success. You deserve it. Well done. Congratulations.
I love you, Daddy.
We love you. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Well, just a few remarks from me in closing. I wanted to say I first met Ronaldo when I was a fairly new department head in civil engineering. He was a new professor in electrical engineering back around, I guess around 2010 sometime. And our paths crossed several times over the next few years as we tried to develop collaborative research proposals that would be for our university, and we were looking across the state and across the region. And you know, after you've been in an administrative or leadership position for a while at any university, I think, you start to note who the willing and engaged participants are. And Ronaldo was definitely one of them in the Lower College of Engineering. And when I returned in 2018 to become Dean of Engineering, it was one of the really neat experiences for me to see how Ronaldo had grown in his research expertise, in pursuing external funding, in developing a focused strategy, and especially his work with the national laboratories. And I was really pleased in that first year to be able to recognize Ronaldo as the Lower College of Engineering Researcher of the Year at the university's 2019 Faculty Awards celebration. So Ronaldo's a consistent participant in the creation of new knowledge in the field of power production and distribution. His work, I just believe, will be so needed by society as we transition over in the coming decades from a carbon-based generation paradigm to some new paradigm that will involve producing renewable energy along with new types of storage and new types of distribution models. So being part of this ceremony and investing the Hohbach Endowed Professorship in Ronaldo Tankowski makes me very happy. It also makes me very hopeful for our future. So I would just like to say that I want to thank you all for joining us here today and celebrating Dr. Tankowski. I'm not alone when I say I look forward to witnessing all of your accomplishments, Ronaldo, in years to come at South Dakota State. And as I mentioned earlier, in honor of Harold's passion for the Bumblebee, we will end our celebration today by enjoying some Bumblebee-designed cookies. And feel free to grab some of those on your way out. And please just join me one more time today in congratulating Dr. Ronaldo Tankowski, the Harold Hohbach Endowed Professor of Electrical Engineering. Thank you, everyone.